We are recording the flight. This is a B52-G bomber from the United States Air Force and assigned to NASA. We are flying out of a military base, and we are just testing some of the features. We're started in mid-flight. We are at 37,000 feet or something like that, and flying at about 180 knots. Fairly level. This is a B52, has 8 jet engines. You see all the gauges on the right. These are the engine. They're at full power, and we are having an easy flight here. This is a very smooth aircraft. It takes a lot of wind, and it's it has been, the B52 has been flying since 1952 or something like that. And it's still active today. It carried atomic weapons mainly during the Cold War. It used to refuel over Canada on a regular basis, flying out of New York State as an example, one of the bases, a SAC Air Base in New York State. It used to take off and head for Moscow or a Soviet target, and would turn around after a predetermined position, unless of course the war would have had started. I'm going to go outside and show you some of the surroundings. That's what it looks like from following the aircraft. Just going. You see the marking, United States Air Force and NASA. It flies like a whale. It takes a lot of control to get it to. So you look around usually what we on a typical small aircraft, the aileron. See on the wing here, that's to get it to roll. There we're rolling to the right and to the left. The elevator gets the plane to go up and down. It's in the back. And then of course there's the rudder, the foot control that I have here. You see the rudder. And then if you want the flaps, I'm just going to go down. It's got big flaps. Flaps are fully down. And then it's got air brakes, which is really the, I pressed the, better pull the wheels. air brakes is just the short runway. Back inside. See the typical standard gauges of an aircraft. The attitude indicator, that blue and brown gauge on the left. Altitude in feet. The indicated airspeed IAS on the left there. We're flying at about 168 or something like that. We have compasses. We have vertical speed on the sort of in the middle, vertical speed. We don't have a turn coordinator, so I don't see one. So I can fly the aircraft by just looking at the gauges. You see the gauge, the attitude indicator there, the little plane. Well, that's, I have to keep it in the blue, because if it goes in the brown, it'll eventually hit the ground. The purpose of this flight here was to see what altitude that I could reach with the B52 from 40,000 feet. And of course, is the on top there, you'll see the communications and the navigation. COM1, NAV1, COM2, NAV2. The navigation is usually a VOR receiver, and usually in conjunction with one of these gauges on the bottom here, it works. So a lot of the navigation that I use when I fly, I will use the VOR beacons to go from point A to point B. I took off from a United States Air Force base, and I don't even know what from what part of the United States, but it's in the United States. I can go and check, and this is the area that I'm flying over. There's my plane right here. Let me See B52-G, NASA, heading 352, altitude just over 40,000 feet, speed, and I'm going 323 knots, climb angle 0. I'm gonna terminate the flight because I'm using a lot of memory here. So if I want to upload the flight on YouTube, I gotta keep it down to a manageable level. This takes forever to upload a large file on YouTube. So I'll end the flight, terminate the flight here.